Back speaking to young people about dangerous drugs today can be challenging, especially with how powerful and accessible many of them have become. But the DEA is helping families get started, offering age-appropriate tips tailored for every single year from preschool all the way to college. And of course, joining us live is Carlos Briano, Public Information Officer for the DEA of El Paso. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us again, Iris.
And can you start by telling us why it's so important that the conversation around drugs changes depending on the child's age?
Absolutely. We don't want to talk to pre-K kids about overdose deaths, right? So we're going to ease you into it, and that's why the DEA created these very easy to use fact sheets. We partnered with different agencies to do appropriate tips, and the best part is they're free, ready for you to start using them now.
I'm glad that they're free, and let's talk about these tip sheets. What kind of advice are included for younger children, say pre-K all the way to elementary?
Yeah, so with the younger kids, right, we want to start talking about the appropriate way to use medicine. They all understand medicine at a young age, so we give them start talking to them about you don't want to take medicine from anyone except your parents, or whoever takes care of you, or the school nurse, and so that gets them thinking about the proper way to use substances.
Great advice. And as kids get older, especially in high school or even college, what kind of information or tone should you use in this tip sheet?
Well, I want to mention the middle schoolers. You know, that's when they start prioritizing their friends over their parents, right? So one of the tips is acknowledging that they have friends and that they don't want to be ostracized for not using substances. So we got to give them ways to say no without being ostracized. And of course, once they start getting to high school, we start talking to them about the smartphone, right? How there's a lot of dangerous drug sellers on these devices. So we want to make sure they're aware that this is a dangerous place.
Yeah, absolutely. And how can parents and guardians use these sheets in a way that feels natural, not forced or even overwhelmed?
Right. Well, these are just tips, right? It's not a script. We're not going to tell you how to say it word by word. It's just going to get you thinking in a different way about how to broach the subjects, like you said, depending on what age. You can get all these fact sheets at getsmartaboutdrugs.com/publications.
Thank you so much, Carlos, and we'll be right back after this short break. Stick with us.